That would be me.
Look who we're hanging with.
Jason David Frank.
Boom shakalaka.
Please do not change channel.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for logging on and tuning in. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. That way you can keep coming back over and over to hang with us and our wonderfully talented and creative guests in the arts and entertainment world. I'm Allyson Murray, and right now we are in Fayetteville, New York at the Fayetteville Free Library for the second annual author meet and greet hosted by Tainted Moonlight's Aaron Kelly. And we're hanging with author Martin Willitts. Did I pronounce that right?
No, but that's okay. You're better than most people.
What is the correct?
Willitts.
Oh, Willitts. Martin Willitts Jr. Yeah. Thank you so much. I didn't say that. I said Willitts. Thank you, Martin, for hanging with us.
Okay. I'm not the cleaning project.
We have to get it right, though. So, tell us about your latest book.
Well,
you have two here. Which one is
they both came within a short period of time each other. This book is, they're all both poetry, and this book is called 3 Ages of Women. It's by a press called Dear Book Press, and this one is called The Uncertain Lover by Das Madres Press. My books are listed on Amazon. I have 15 full-length books. These are full-length books, and I have 25 chapbooks.
Oh, wow.
I'm very prolific.
Yeah. I love the covers.
Thank you.
Who designed your covers?
Well, the first cover, this is all poetry about either women that were painted, you know, pictures of women, or they were women artists. So this cover here is a Manet picture of a woman. And I like the cover of her because she looks like she's about to tell somebody off.
Yes, she does.
And then the other book here, The Uncertain Lover, the publisher's wife did the cover, and in the background, you can't really see it well unless you look closely, is Frida Kahlo, who is a woman painter, and she's into the clouds there. So again, I'm very interested in art, but this one is about love, and all the different kinds of love, from dating to divorce and everywhere in between.
Wow. Wow. So what inspired you to write your first book? Why did you want to become an author?
I just think I woke up and did that one day. I wasn't really interested in poetry for a long time. And then I was writing off and on poetry and sending out to magazines. And my first publisher contacted me and said, how would you like to do a manuscript? That doesn't mean they were going to publish me, but they did. And I'm now up to at least 2 books every year.
Wow. So it takes you, what, about 6 months to write?
Well, no, sometimes it takes a long time to write them. It's just the way it's working out for me that they're coming out just about 2 books every year. I'll have fantastic. 2 next year, so it's always something coming out from me.
Oh, that's great. Do you have a specific writing style or process?
Well, I write every day, so it's an everyday process. Sometimes I can write 20 or 30 poems in a day. Doesn't mean they're good. Just means I can write that many. And then later on, I'll look at them and see if this is something I'm going to send to a magazine someplace.
Okay, beautiful. Is there anything challenging about your particular writing genre?
Selling the books.
Of course.
The hard part is that the fact that it's all poetry, and every book is thematically connected. They're not random poems. They are somehow connected to each other. So this one, I'm saying that it's about either pictures of women or artists that were women, like Frida Kahlo, Georgia O'Keeffe. So they're thematically connected by the fact they're all somehow related to women, and at the different time periods. Pictures of women at youth or middle age or older. This one here I said was all about love. So they are over a period of time, and then I send them out somewhere, and it may take a year before the book actually comes out.
Okay, I get you. For poems, you don't really have to do a whole lot of research, do you?
Actually, I know a lot about art, so I'm one of those people that can walk in a museum and say, that's a Matisse, that's a Van Gogh, and actually tell you what the name of the paintings are. Not everybody can do that. I also write about nature, so if I'm writing about a flower, for example, I give it the actual Latin names. So there is some of that research going on. But I was a librarian for a long time, so I got asked a lot of reference questions. So you look up answers, and you pick up things along the way.
Yes. Oh, great. Do you have a favorite place where you like to go to recharge, kind of rejuvenate, get some more inspirations?
I don't have a particular time or a particular location. I can be just about anywhere. I have to carry around a little notepad with me just in case. It doesn't take a lot. The hardest part is afterwards trying to figure out if it's any good.
Mm-hmm. Do you have somebody that do you share before you send it off to your editor?
Sometimes I'll show it to my wife. She writes as well, so it's she at least can keep up with it somewhat. I'm a little different from most poets because I write so many different kinds of things and so many different styles. There are some poets that do that, and so it's different that way.
Right. Do you have any favorite influences?
For poetry or for what?
For whatever inspires you. For poetry, especially because you're an author of poets.
Well, I have a lot of poetry books in the house. So I read a lot. Sometimes I'll go back and reread the same books again. That's informally teaching myself in a way. And I'm always changing my mind who I like the most. But over a period of time, I found out that the ones I like the most are the nature poets.
Oh.
So I go back to them more than the other ones. There's a man named Wendell Berry. He was on the Bill Moyer's program one time. Mary Oliver, a lot of people read her. And I could name other writers, but it's over a period of time.
Yeah. Did you always want to be, were you into poetry as a young child growing up?
No, I didn't even start until I was about 30 or something.
Oh my goodness.
I walked away from poetry for about 10 years. So the first book I came out with was back in, I think it was 1974. And I just walked away from everything. And then right again into 2001. So that's a long period.
Oh, that's a long time.
And just picked it back up again.
Wow. Do you think, was it challenging getting published?
Oh, it sure is. I go through this thing where I try to publish magazines first, so it builds up a reputation.
Okay.
And then I go through a process where I send out a manuscript, get rejected or get accepted, and it takes a while. It's not something that happens right away. And I tell people that are interested in poetry or writing poetry that there's about 1,000 magazines out there. All they have to do is keep trying. And sooner or later they might get something published and maybe not. I don't control those factors. But it takes a long time to get from point A to point C with everything in between.
Right.
It is a long process, but because I write so much and send out so much, I have enough volume to pull off books like this.
That's fantastic. So where can people find you and your books?
I'm glad you asked me. Amazon.
Awesome.
And spelling my name correctly is part of it. With all those double letters that I have, the W-I-L-L-I, 2 T's, S, it throws a lot of people off. I have them spelling it with an E-T-S. I have them spelling it with a Z somewhere and a P
goodness.
and a few other letters. I'm used to people spelling it wrong.
Oh, no. It's W-I-L-L-I-T-T-S.
Very good. You got it.
Do we have time for a game? We like to play games on this show. We're going to play. I'm going to let you choose. We can either play Dirty Minds or Family Feud.
I don't believe in fighting with my family. And I don't have a dirty mind. I'm going to do terrible in either one you pick.
No, it's not. I'm telling you. You want me to pick? Let's play Dirty Minds. I love that game.
Okay. I can't
because
read
you don't
this.
have a dirty mind. Oh, you don't have your glasses on here.
No, I can't read whatever this is.
I can barely read it.
What am I
So
doing?
basically, there's little squares. We're just going to pick a square, read the clues, and then we're going to try to guess what the actual word is.
Okay.
Okay? I'll go first.
Well, I don't even know where you are.
We have a different book.
Oh, okay.
You see? That way we can't cheat. Okay? So I'll go first so you get the idea of it. So I'm going to give you 3 clues, and you have to guess what the actual word is. Ready? I'm going through the change. Everyone wants into my drawers. The old ones inside me are usually wrinkled.
Money.
You were close.
Well.
Cash register.
Oh, okay. Well.
Your turn. Try it.
All right.
You give it a try.
I can't even read it. Okay.
He sounds like me.
I'm not going to be able to read this. I do it in satin. I'm little, but I have a big thing between my legs. I come out of the, oh, thank you. I come out of the post.
Is it
A flag, a post.
A caterpillar?
Post. I do it in
Silk.
silk. Okay. A butterfly? Oh, I don't know.
A caterpillar.
What's the word?
Jockey.
Oh, that makes sense.
Jockey wears
A jockey, yes.
silk,
Yes.
All right.
and they have something big between their
They
legs.
do, a horse.
And they do something with a post, yes.
Let's play one more. Ready?
Unless you
Now we
hand
got
me
the
a
hang
friend.
of it. And then you
Okay.
got your magnifying glass.
That
So
helps a lot.
We're golden now. Ready? I have 3 Johns. I have 2 Peters. My opening is a religious experience.
It's got to be some kind of a church.
Close. The Bible. Well, that's a new one. Well, guys, it has been a blast hanging with Martin today. I am Allyson Murray, but before we go, we would like to give a very special thank you to our partners at Krypton Radio out of LA, Famous Faces and Funnies, Off the Chain Radio with Yvonne Mason, Space Coast Comics, Asylum Convention Entertainment Services with Heather Reed, and our great friends at Summon Unique Magazine. These are the folks that share our videos all over the World Wide Web, and we hope you will too. Don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment, and let us know what you think of today's show and our guest. You can also check our guest links below. Remember to subscribe, log on, and stay tuned to see who we're hanging with next. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was so fun.